It was a normal Tuesday at the International Space Station when everything changed. Jae-sung Kim, a Korean astronaut, was fixing a broken computer when he heard a strange noise. At first, he thought it was just the usual creaks and groans of the space station. But then the noise got louder. "Hey, do you guys hear that?" Jae-sung called out to his teammates. Before anyone could answer, all the screens in the station lit up at once. A face appeared on them. It wasn't human. The creature had blue skin, big eyes, and no hair. Jae-sung and the other astronauts stared in shock. The alien spoke in a deep, rumbling voice. "People of Earth, we come in peace. We are the Stellar Confederation, a group of advanced civilizations from across the galaxy. We invite you to join our community among the stars." Jae-sung couldn't believe his eyes or ears. He pinched himself, thinking it must be a dream. But it wasn't. This was real. Aliens were real. And they were talking to Earth. The news spread fast. Within hours, everyone on Earth knew about the aliens. People were excited, scared, and confused all at once. World leaders met to decide what to do. They needed someone to talk to the aliens, someone smart and brave. They chose Jae-sung. Jae-sung was nervous but ready. He had trained hard to be an astronaut, but nothing could have prepared him for this. He would be the first human to meet aliens face to face. A week later, a huge alien ship landed in a field outside Seoul, Korea. It was shaped like a giant silver egg and was as big as a football stadium. Thousands of people came to watch, held back by police barriers. TV cameras from all over the world were there to film the historic moment. Jae-sung walked towards the ship in his best suit. His heart was beating fast, but he tried to look calm. A door opened in the side of the ship, and out came 3 aliens. They looked just like the one Jae-sung had seen on the screen. The tallest alien stepped forward and held out a hand with 6 fingers. "Greetings, Jae-sung Kim of Earth. I am Zor, leader of the Stellar Confederation's first contact team." Jae-sung shook Zor's hand. It felt cool and smooth, like touching a dolphin. "Hello, Zor. On behalf of Earth, we welcome you and thank you for your invitation." Zor nodded. "We have watched your planet for many years. Your species has great potential, but also great challenges. We believe you are ready to join us in exploring the wonders of the universe." Jae-sung felt a mix of pride and worry. "We are honored by your offer. But I must ask, what does joining your confederation mean for Earth?" Zor's big eyes blinked slowly. "It means access to advanced technology, protection from cosmic threats, and a chance to learn from thousands of other civilizations. But it also means responsibilities. You must prove yourselves worthy." "Prove ourselves?" Jae-sung asked. "How?" Zor looked at the crowd of humans watching them. "We have prepared a series of tests. These will measure your intelligence, creativity, and moral character. If you pass, you will join us as equals. If you fail," Zor paused, "you will be left alone, quarantined on your planet until you are ready to try again." Jae-sung felt a chill run down his spine. This was more serious than he had thought. The fate of humanity was at stake. "We accept your challenge," he said, hoping he wasn't making a big mistake. Zor nodded again. "Very well. The tests will begin in 1 Earth month. Prepare yourselves. We look forward to seeing what humans can do." With that, the aliens went back into their ship. It took off silently, rising into the sky until it disappeared from view. Jae-sung turned to face the cameras. Millions of people around the world were watching, waiting to hear what he would say. He took a deep breath and spoke from his heart. "People of Earth, we face our greatest challenge. The aliens have invited us to join them, but first we must prove ourselves. It won't be easy, but I believe in us. We've overcome so much in our history. Now it's time to show the universe what humans can do. Together, we can pass these tests and take our place among the stars. Let's get to work." The crowd cheered. Around the world, people felt a new sense of purpose. Humanity had a goal now, a chance to prove itself. The next month would be busy as Earth prepared for the aliens' tests. No one knew exactly what challenges they would face, but one thing was clear. The future of humanity would depend on how well they did. The greatest adventure in human history was about to begin. 1 month passed quickly. All over Earth, people worked hard to get ready for the aliens' tests. Scientists studied day and night. Engineers built new machines. Even kids in school learned about space and aliens. The day finally came. The huge alien ship returned, landing in the same field outside Seoul. This time, Jae-sung wasn't alone. He stood with a team of Earth's smartest people. There was Yoona Park, a brilliant scientist from Busan. Next to her was Da-hyun Lee, a clever engineer from Daegu. They were ready to face whatever challenges the aliens had for them. Zor, the alien leader, came out of the ship. "Greetings, humans. Are you prepared for the great test?" Jae-sung stepped forward. "We are ready," he said, trying to sound brave. Zor nodded. "Very well. There will be 3 tests, one of mind, one of body, and one of heart. Let us begin." The first test was a puzzle. The aliens showed the humans a strange machine with many moving parts. "Make it work," Zor said. Da-hyun looked at the machine closely. It was like nothing he had ever seen before, but he didn't give up. He tried different things, moving parts around, connecting wires. After hours of work, the machine finally lit up and started humming. Zor seemed pleased. "Well done. You have passed the test of mind. Now for the test of body." The second test was in a large room on the alien ship. It was full of obstacles, like a giant playground. "One of you must get through this course," Zor explained. "But be careful. The gravity will change as you go." Jae-sung volunteered. He had trained as an astronaut, so he knew about moving in different types of gravity. He started the course, climbing over walls and under bars. Suddenly, he felt very heavy, like he weighed a ton. Then, a few steps later, he felt light as a feather. It was hard, but Jae-sung kept going. Finally, after many falls and tries, he made it to the end. Zor nodded again. "Impressive. You have passed the test of body. Now comes the hardest test of all, the test of heart." For the final test, Zor showed them a video. It was about a planet far away. The aliens living there were sick and needed help. "This is not a test," Zor said. "This is real. These people need a cure for their sickness. Can you help them?" Yoona Park, the scientist, stepped up. She watched the video carefully, looking at how the aliens were sick. It reminded her of a disease she had studied on Earth. "I think I know what's wrong," she said. "It's like a sickness we had long ago. We found a cure for it." Yoona worked fast, mixing medicines and running tests. The other humans helped her, bringing what she needed. After many hours, she had something she thought would work. "We're ready to try," Yoona told Zor. Zor looked surprised. "You worked very quickly. Are you sure about this cure?" Yoona nodded. "We're sure enough to try. These people need help now. We can't wait." Zor was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "You have passed the final test, the test of heart. You showed kindness to strangers and worked hard to help them. This is what we hoped to see." Everyone cheered. They had passed all 3 tests. But Zor held up a hand. "Wait," he said. "There is more to tell you." The room went quiet. What else could there be? Zor looked at each of the humans. The video was not real. "There is no sick planet. We wanted to see if you would try to help, even when it was hard. You did not hesitate. This shows us that humans have good hearts." The humans were surprised. They had been tricked, but they were also proud. They had shown the aliens the best of humanity. Zor smiled, which looked strange on his alien face. "You have done well in all our tests. You showed intelligence, bravery, and kindness. We believe humans are ready to join the Stellar Confederation." Everyone cheered again, louder this time. They had done it. Humans were going to join the aliens in space. As they left the ship, Jae-sung felt proud. Humans had faced a big challenge and succeeded. Now, a whole new adventure was starting. What would they learn out there among the stars? What new friends would they make? The future was exciting, and humans were ready for it. Everyone on Earth was happy. Humans had passed the aliens' tests. They thought they were ready to join the Stellar Confederation. But things didn't go as they hoped. A week after the tests, Zord's ship came back. This time, it landed in a big field in New York. People from all over the world watched on TV. They were excited to hear what would happen next. Jae-sung, Yuma, and Dahyun were there to meet Zor. They smiled and waved at the cameras. But when Zor came out of the ship, he didn't look happy. "Humans of Earth," Zor said in a serious voice, "we have bad news." The smiles faded from everyone's faces. What could be wrong? Zor continued, "We watched you closely after our tests. We saw how you acted when you thought no one was looking. We are disappointed." Jae-sung felt his heart sink. "But we passed your tests," he said. "What's the problem?" Zor shook his big blue head. "The tests were just the start. We wanted to see if you would keep being good and kind after we left. But you didn't." Zor showed them videos on a big screen. They saw people fighting over who would go to space first. They saw companies trying to steal alien technology. They even saw some countries planning to use the new tech to make weapons. "This is not how members of the Stellar Confederation act," Zor said. "You are not ready to join us." Yuna stepped forward. "Please," she said, "give us another chance. We can do better." But Zor shook his head again. "I'm sorry. Our decision is final. Earth will be quarantined. No one can leave your planet. No one can visit. You must stay here until you learn to be better." With those words, Zor went back into his ship. It took off, rising high into the sky until it disappeared. The world was in shock. People couldn't believe what had happened. They had been so close to joining the aliens in space. Now, they were trapped on Earth. Jae-sung, Yuma, and Dahyun felt terrible. They had let everyone down. They went to a nearby cafe to talk about what happened. "It's not fair," Dahyun said, slamming his fist on the table. "We worked so hard. We passed their tests." Yuma nodded. But Zor was right. Some people did bad things when the aliens left. We're not as good as we thought we were. Jae-sung was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "Maybe this is a test too. Maybe the aliens want to see if we can become better on our own." As they talked, they didn't notice that people in the cafe were listening. Soon, a small crowd gathered around their table. An old woman spoke up. "I heard what you said. You're right. We need to be better." "But how?" Jae-sung stood up. He looked at all the faces watching him. "We start by working together," he said. "No more fighting. No more stealing. We show the aliens that humans can be good, even when no one is watching." People nodded. They liked this idea. Soon, the cafe was buzzing with talk. People were making plans, thinking of ways to make the world better. But not everyone agreed. Outside, angry crowds were forming. They were mad at the aliens for leaving Earth. Some people wanted to use the alien tech to make weapons, just in case the aliens came back to attack. The world's leaders didn't know what to do. Some wanted to follow Jae-sung's idea and try to be better. Others wanted to prepare for war with the aliens. As night fell, Jae-sung looked up at the stars. The aliens were out there somewhere, watching. He wondered if humans would ever be good enough to join them. Yuna put her hand on his shoulder. "Don't give up," she said. "We'll find a way. Humans are good at beating the odds." Dae-hyun nodded. "Yeah, we've only just started. We can still prove ourselves." Jae-sung smiled at his friends. They were right. This wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a new challenge. Humans had a long way to go, but they would keep trying. As they walked home, Jae-sung made a promise to himself. He would not rest until Earth was ready to join the stars. No matter how long it took, humans would show the universe what they could do. A year passed since the aliens left Earth. Things were not good. Many people were sad and angry. They felt like they had lost their chance to explore space. Some countries started fighting over the little bit of alien tech left behind. It seemed like humans were proving the aliens right about not being ready. But not everyone gave up hope. Jae-sung, Yuna, and Dae-hyun decided to do something big. They called their plan Project Hope. One day, they met in Dae-hyun's workshop. It was full of strange machines and computers. Dae-hyun had been working hard to understand the alien technology. "Look at this," Dae-hyun said, showing them a small silver box. "I think I figured out how the aliens' translators work." Yuna's eyes went wide. "Really? That's amazing." Jae-sung nodded. "Good work. But how does this help us prove we're ready for space?" Dae-hyun smiled. "If we can understand alien tech, we can show them we're smart enough to join them. But we need help. We can't do this alone." They agreed to share their work with the world. They went on TV and told everyone about Project Hope. They asked for help from scientists, engineers, and anyone who wanted to make things better. At first, not many people listened, but slowly things started to change. A group of kids in Brazil made a new type of solar panel using ideas from the alien ship. Farmers in India used alien science to grow more food. Doctors in Egypt found new ways to cure diseases. People started to work together instead of fighting. They shared their ideas and helped each other. It wasn't always easy, but they kept trying. One day, Yuna made a big discovery. She found a way to send messages faster than light. "We could talk to other planets with this," she said excitedly. But some people were worried. "What if we contact dangerous aliens?" they asked. Jae-sung thought hard about this. Then he had an idea. He called a big meeting with leaders from all over the world. "We have a choice," he told them. "We can hide on Earth, or we can be brave and reach out to the stars. Yes, it might be dangerous, but think of all we could learn, all the friends we could make. Isn't that worth the risk?" People talked about it for days. Finally, they agreed to try. They would send a message to the stars. Yuna worked day and night to get the message ready. Dae-hyun built a powerful machine to send it, and Jae-sung wrote the words they would say to the universe. On a clear night, they were ready. People all over the world watched on TV. Jae-sung read the message. "To all who can hear us, greetings from Earth. We are humans, a young species reaching out to the stars. We have made mistakes, but we are learning and growing. We seek friendship and knowledge. If you can hear us, please answer. We are ready to join the galactic community." Yuna pressed the button. The message shot out into space, faster than light. Now they had to wait. Would anyone answer? Would the Stellar Confederation give them another chance? No one knew. But something had changed on Earth. People felt proud again. They had worked together to do something amazing. Even if no one answered, humans knew they had become better. Jae-sung looked at his friends. "Whatever happens next," he said, "we've already won. We proved that humans can change, that we can be better." Yuna and Dae-hyun nodded. They all looked up at the stars, wondering what would happen next. The future was uncertain, but for the first time in a long time, it was also exciting. Humans had taken their first real step into the galaxy. Now they just had to wait and see where that step would lead them. 6 months passed since Earth sent its message to the stars. Every day, Yuna checked her machines, hoping for an answer. But the space remained silent. Some people started to lose hope again. Then, one quiet night, everything changed. Yuna was about to go home when her computer started beeping loudly. She ran to check it and couldn't believe her eyes. "We got an answer," she shouted, quickly calling Jae-sung and Dae-hyun. They rushed to her lab. The message wasn't from the Stellar Confederation. It was from a different alien race called the Zorbians. And it wasn't good news. Humans of Earth, the message said, we received your call. We are the Zordians. A terrible sickness is spreading across the galaxy. Many worlds are in danger. The Stellar Confederation is failing to find a cure. Can you help? The three friends looked at each other in shock. This was big, really big. We have to try to help, Jae-sung said. The others nodded. They shared the message with the world's leaders. Everyone agreed. Earth would do its best to help. Scientists from all over the planet started working on the problem. They asked the Zordians for more information about the sickness. What they learned was scary. The disease was like nothing they had seen before. It changed quickly, making it hard to fight. Weeks passed. The sickness spread to more planets. The Stellar Confederation's best doctors couldn't stop it. Things looked bad. Then, one day, Mai Suk Choi, a doctor from a small town in Korea, had an idea. She remembered an old disease from Earth's history that acted similarly. Humans had beaten that disease long ago. Mai Suk called Yuna. I think I know how we can help, she said. She explained her idea. Yuna's eyes lit up. This could work, she said. She quickly told Jae-sung and Da-hyun. They started working right away. Da-hyun built special machines to make the medicine. Yuna used her faster-than-light message system to share information with the Zordians. Jae-sung talked to leaders around the world, getting them to work together. It wasn't easy. They had to try many times. Some people said they should give up, that it was too hard, but they kept going. Finally, after many long days and nights, they had something they thought might work, but there was a problem. They needed to test it to make sure it was safe. We can't ask aliens to try it first, Jae-sung said. It's too dangerous. One of us should test it. Mai Suk stepped forward. I'll do it, she said. It was my idea. I should be the one to try it. Everyone was worried. What if something went wrong? But Mai Suk was sure. She took the medicine. For 3 days, they watched her closely. She felt sick at first, but then she started to get better. The medicine was working. Excited, they sent the cure to the Zordians. The aliens tried it on their sick people. Slowly, the sick aliens began to get better too. Word spread across the galaxy. The humans' cure was working. Planets that had lost hope started to recover. The terrible sickness was being beaten. The Stellar Confederation was amazed. They sent a message to Earth. We were wrong about you, they said. You have saved many lives. You have shown great kindness and cleverness. We are sorry we doubted you. People on Earth cheered when they heard this. They had done it. They had proven themselves to the galaxy. Jae-sung, Yuna, and Da-hyun smiled at each other. Their hard work had paid off. Humans had faced a huge challenge and won. What happens now? Da-hyun asked. Jae-sung looked up at the stars. Now, he said, I think our real adventure is about to begin. As if to answer him, a new message came in. The Stellar Confederation wanted to talk. They had an offer for Earth. The galaxy was opening up to humans at last. Everyone wondered what amazing things they would discover out there among the stars. The Stellar Confederation's message excited everyone on Earth. They'd wanted to talk about the cure and Earth's future in space. Jae-sung, Yuna, and Da-hyun were chosen to meet with the aliens. This time, the meeting wasn't on Earth. The three friends boarded a sleek alien ship. It was their first time leaving Earth, and they were both scared and thrilled. I can't believe we're going to space, Da-hyun said, his eyes wide as he looked out the window at the stars. The ship took them to a huge space station. Aliens of all shapes and colors walked around. Some looked like tall trees, others like shiny rocks. It was amazing. Zor met them at the door. Welcome, humans, he said. We have much to discuss. They followed Zor to a big room full of aliens. Some they recognized, like the blue-skinned aliens from before. Others were new, like the Zordians who had asked for help. A tall golden alien stood up. I am Cell, leader of the Stellar Confederation, it said. "Humans, you have surprised us. We didn't think you were ready for space, but you proved us wrong. You saved many lives with your cure. Now, we need your help again." Jae-sung stepped forward. "We're happy to help," he said. "What do you need?" Zell explained that the sickness was mostly gone, but some aliens were still sick. The cure didn't work for everyone. They needed to make it better. Yuna spoke up. "We can work on that, but we'll need to know more about the different alien bodies." The aliens agreed. They set up a big lab on the space station. Aliens from all over the galaxy came to help. Yuna worked with alien doctors to understand how the sickness affected different species. Da-hyun used alien tech to make new medicines faster than ever before. Jae-sung helped everyone work together, solving arguments and keeping spirits high. It wasn't easy. Some aliens still didn't trust humans. Others thought humans were too simple to help. But slowly, things started to change. One day, a small furry alien came to Yuna. "I watched you work," it said. "You think differently than us. You try things we wouldn't think of. It's helpful." Yuna smiled. "Thanks," she said. "We humans are good at thinking outside the box." The alien tilted its head. "Outside the box?" it asked, confused. Yuna laughed and explained the saying. Soon, aliens all over the station were saying, "Let's think outside the box," when they had a problem. Weeks passed. The team made progress, but it was slow. Some aliens started to lose hope again. Then, Da-hyun had an idea. "What if we combine our medicine with alien healing tech?" he asked. The aliens were unsure. It had never been done before, but they decided to try. Da-hyun worked day and night with alien engineers. They built a new machine that used both human medicine and alien energy to heal. Finally, it was ready to test. They tried it on the sickest aliens first. Everyone watched nervously. Would it work? Slowly, the sick aliens began to get better. Their color came back. They started to move around. It was working. The space station erupted in cheers. Aliens hugged each other and the humans. They had done it. Together, they had beaten the sickness for good. Zell called for quiet. "Humans," it said, looking at Jae-sung, Yuna, and Da-hyun. "You have more than proved yourselves. You didn't just help us, you worked with us. You became our friends. We were wrong to doubt you before." The three friends smiled at each other. They had done what they set out to do. They had shown the galaxy what humans could do. "So," Cell continued, "we have a question for Earth. Will you join the Stellar Confederation? Will you become part of our galactic family?" Jae-sung looked at his friends, then at all the aliens around them. He thought of everyone back on Earth who had worked so hard. He took a deep breath and gave the answer they had all been waiting for. Jae-sung looked at the aliens all around him. He thought about Earth and all the people who had worked so hard. Then he smiled and said, "Yes, Earth would be honored to join the Stellar Confederation." The room erupted in cheers. Aliens of all shapes and colors celebrated. Yuna and Da-hyun hugged Jae-sung. They had done it. Humans were now part of the galactic family. Zell raised a hand for quiet. "This is a historic day," the alien leader said, "but there is much work to do. Are you ready?" The three humans nodded. They couldn't wait to start their new adventure. Over the next few months, things changed fast. Alien ships came to Earth. They brought new technology and knowledge. Humans learned about different worlds and cultures. It was exciting, but also a bit scary. Jae-sung worked hard to help Earth adjust. He talked to world leaders and explained alien customs. Sometimes it was difficult. Not everyone liked the changes, but most people were happy to be part of something bigger. Yuna spent her time in alien labs. She learned about strange new sciences. Some of it was hard to understand, but she never gave up. Soon, she was teaching aliens things too. They were amazed by human creativity. Da-hyun loved working with alien engineers. They built incredible machines together. He even helped design a new type of spaceship that could go faster than ever before. One day, Cell called the three friends to a meeting. "You have done well," the alien leader said. "Now we have a special task for you. We want you to be Earth's ambassadors. You will visit other worlds and make new friends for humanity." The friends were excited but nervous. It was a big job. Could they do it? Their first trip was to a planet called Zor 7. It was very different from Earth. The sky was purple, and the plants could move and talk. The aliens there looked like big, friendly rocks. At first, the rock aliens were unsure about the humans. They had never seen creatures like them before. But Jae-sung told them stories about Earth. Yuna showed them human art and music. Da-hyun taught them human games. Slowly, the rock aliens started to like the humans. By the end of the visit, they didn't want them to leave. "Come back soon," they said as the humans got on their ship. This happened on planet after planet. Everywhere they went, Jae-sung, Yuna, and Da-hyun made new friends for Earth. They learned about amazing cultures and saw incredible things. Back on Earth, humans were changing too. They started to care more about their planet and each other. Countries that used to fight were now working together. People were excited about the future. 1 year after Earth joined the Stellar Confederation, there was a big celebration. Aliens from all over the galaxy came to visit. The streets were full of happy humans and aliens, all celebrating together. Jae-sung, Yuna, and Da-hyun stood on a hill, watching the party. They remembered how it all started, with the aliens thinking humans weren't ready for space. "We've come a long way," Yuna said. Da-hyun nodded. "And we have so much more to learn and do." Jae-sung smiled. "But we've shown everyone what humans can do when we try our best." Just then, a group of alien children ran up to them. "Tell us a story about Earth," they said. "We want to hear about human adventures." The three friends laughed and sat down with the children. As they began to tell their story, they knew that this was just the beginning. Humans had found their place among the stars. The future was bright, full of new friends to meet and new worlds to explore. And it had all started because humans refused to give up. They had been counted out, but they had defied the odds. Now, the whole galaxy knew, never underestimate the human spirit.